back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a full face first impressions. Let's just hop right in. So first I'm going to start off with primer, and this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up primer. So it says on the front basically a little bit of facts like the ingredients that are in here. It says what it's good for. So the first one is honey, and it says it's a natural antiseptic. Gold flakes, which increases skin's radiance, and then collagen for smoother skin. How I've seen people put this on is just directly onto their face, so I'm just going to do that. So I noticed as you rub it in, it kind of gets tacky, so I'm assuming this has glycerin in it. So now I'm just gonna go in with my color correctors. So these are the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealers, and I got the shade green corrector and orange corrector. I'm just gonna add this to all my red spots. Now I'm going to go in with the orange one, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this one underneath my eyes. So now that I applied that, I'm just going to go in with this beauty blender that I actually purchased at Charlotte Russe. So they actually had this at the kiosk right in front of the cash register, and I just seen them. They had like a few different colors, but they were pretty much all the same shape. I just picked up the nude one because that's what appealed to me most, and I'm just going to try this out. So this beauty blender is a little rough. Doesn't really blend out a lot. I mean, for color correcting, it's pretty ideal because it doesn't like suck up all of the color, which I have experienced a lot of in the past, which never let my color correctors actually work as color correctors because it always just got rid of the product. I'll just use the clean side, and I'm just gonna blend out some of the green. Now that we look all crazy, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, and this is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation, and this is in the shade Light Sand, and this is a dropper foundation. I'm just going to drop a little bit on the back of my hand. I'll do maybe 2 pumps, and I'm just going to take the butt of this beauty blender, and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. So this foundation is really sheer. I kind of assumed since it was a dropper foundation it would be a little sheer, and I used those 2 drops completely, and it's only covered one cheek, barely even that. So let's do a few more drops. And I also feel like the dropper on this doesn't really pick up a lot of product. That could be why I'm running out of product that fast. This is actually how much comes in that one little drop. It's not a lot. It's kind of a hassle to have to keep going back in to grab more. So this beauty blender is like completely covered in color, so we're just going to switch over to a different one. And for the concealer, I have the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer in the shade Light. Now when I open this, it smells legit like paint. So as for the concealer and the foundation, they both just feel very hydrating to the skin. So I feel like the color Light is a little pink. I don't think it was pink when I put it on initially, but it's turning a little pink. So I'm just going to go on my regular beauty blender and blend this out. far so good. I'm actually really enjoying this foundation and concealer. It could also be the primer that helped, because I feel like this foundation, while it does have a little bit of transfer, you can't really see it, but it does transfer a little bit, but it does dry down. When you first apply it, it's literally like water, and then once you start blending it out, or you just apply it in general, it kind of just like disappears into the skin. Looks really skin-like, which is really, really beautiful. I'm really liking that, and I don't seem to be creasing anywhere most of the time. Once I already like am going into my concealer, I already creased right here because I just have this one line, and it hasn't done that yet, so I'm pretty happy with the results so far. So now I'm just taking the Real Beauty blender, and I'm actually just patting it all over my face to pick up any excess product, because since I did see that it kind of transfers, I want to pick up anything extra and kind of blend out a lot more, just so that it looks nice and flawless and it doesn't look cakey. So now that that's done, I'm just going to do a small amount of baking. So I actually purchased this right here, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows about this by now. To be completely honest, I cannot stand this packaging. I wish it was like in the Laura Mercier or the NYC powder container, because that would be great. I take my beauty blender, my black one, because it is a little skinnier and it's just easier to use, and I literally dip the whole thing in there, and then whatever is on there I just apply. So I just baked a little under the eyes, and I applied a little bit to the bridge of my nose. I'm just going to use my Wet n Wild brush. I think this is just the flat top brush. I'm just going to put this powder in the cap, and I'm just going to brush this all over my face. So now I've set my entire face, and I've actually brushed off the bakage. So now that that's completely done, this is going to be a little bit of cheating. It's just that I see a lot of the orange still through my skin, and I really don't want that to be there. I have used it maybe once or twice, but I'm just going to use this a little bit to get rid of the orange under my eye. And this is actually the NYX HD finishing powder, and this is in the shade Banana. Now that I did that, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I'm just going to use this for my bronzing and my contouring. I'm just going to use my Sigma Dual Fiber F50 brush to bronze with. Now to contour, I'm just going to go in with my Morphe M523 brush, and I'm just going to use this same Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm just going to define a little bit just on the end. So I just fell in love. So now I'm just going to go back in with the RCMA powder, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is pretty much a contour brush, but I'm just going to use my e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to bake underneath my contour just a tiny bit. Just want to line this up. Now I'm going to go in with a little blush, and this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Rose Champagne 326B. And I'm just going to go in with my Dual Fiber brush from Sigma, and this is the F15. Just going to lightly on the apples of my cheeks. So I'm just going to go real quick back into my Banana NYX powder, And I'm just going to apply that a little bit to the center of my forehead because I don't want to have a bronzer helmet. So I'm just going to quickly just blend that through the center of my forehead. Just going to apply a little bit down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin here, a little bit done. Now we flawless. So I'm just gonna leave this to bake just a little bit longer. I'm gonna wipe it off and then we're gonna go right into the eyes. Now that I brought you guys a little closer, we're just going to start off on the eyebrows. So I purchased the Eyebrow. So the little pomade is right in here. I got the shade number 5, and there's a little brush at the top where you can just stick this in and use it. Now I'm just going to use the Eyebrow in the natural looking finish, and I'm just going to carve out my brows. So now I'm just going to set my brows using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. So now for eyeshadow, I'm just going to use the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette. So this is what the palette looks like. So I'm just going to start off by using basic, and I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. So now I'm going to go into the shade Britches, which is this one right here, and I'm just going to put that in my crease using my M504. Now I'm going to go to this shade right here called Whiskers, and I'm just going to basically put it the same as I did Britches, but I'm just going to put it a little lower. Now to blend, I'm just going to take the same M504 brush with a little bit of Britches on it, and I'm just going to blend this out. So I want to do a cut crease today, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this Rainforest of the Sea concealer, just the slightest amount, and I'm just going to carve this out. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Smashly, this green one right here, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. Now I'm going to do a wing using the NYC liquid liner. Now I'm going to take this Morphe E18 pencil brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Britches, and I'm just going to do my lower lash line. I'm just going to go into the shade Whiskers, and I'm just going to apply that right over top. So the only thing that I didn't have that was new was mascara, so I'm just going to use my CoverGirl mascara. So now I'm just going to apply lashes, and these are the Iconics from House of Lashes. So I'm just gonna use a black eyeliner to tightline, and I'm going to use a nude liner in my waterline. So now I'm just going to finish off my face, and I'm just going to use the Kathleen Lights and Makeup Geek highlighter palette, and I'm just going to use this shade right here, which is Sunlight, to highlight my face. I'm going to apply the Kylie Lip Kit in the shade Cocoa K. And last but not least, I'm just going to spray my face using the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day Setting Spray in Lavender.
Whoa, that smell is intense.
So this is the final look using all of the new products. So for my opinion, I'm obsessed with everything. I am obsessed with everything. Everything that I used was amazeballs. The only problem that I had was the eyeliner. So the eyeliner is not like a brush. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a piece of plastic. So it's like a piece of plastic that is like legit flat. I'm trying to get as much product off of it as I possibly can. So this is the flat, basically, like the edge of it, and this is the flat side. So I don't really know how to explain it. You just kind of have to see it for yourself. It's like the weirdest thing ever. I just really did not like it. To apply the eyeliner and like all that was like the hardest thing to do ever. I think I'm just gonna stick to my NYX matte liquid liner. But yeah, other than that, I loved everything. Everything worked amazing. I don't know if it was just I'm having a good skin day, having a good makeup day. I don't know what is going on, but I am obsessed with myself right now. Like, I don't think I've ever been this obsessed with myself ever. Me doing my makeup, like, ever. I'm really proud. I also tried out a cut crease. Didn't really work as much as I wanted it to. So I decided, you know, full face first impressions, I might as well try my first cut crease too. So it was kind of difficult. Maybe it was just the concealer I was using, because it was so liquidy that it would just like dry down so fast that I literally didn't even have a chance to like carve out my crease. I'm just gonna knock it up to the concealer. Also, I almost forgot to say, I somewhat did not like this. Like, the smell of it was so strong. Like, it smelled like literally like they just took alcohol and put a whole bunch of lavender in it. Like, it smells good in the air and smells good after, but when you're spraying it on your face, it's like, no, please, never again. So I purchased the lavender one and also the peach one, so I'm gonna try out the peach one too and see how I feel about it. I mean, I do feel like it's a really good setting spray, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really, really good, but it's just the scent of it is not okay with me. Other than that, like I said, I loved everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.